In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a layout I've seen many high-level players use, as well as talk about its advantages and disadvantages. Now, one of the disadvantages you can see right away is that it has a lot fewer gates than the layout I've shown you previously. It only has 7 gates, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gates on the path in order to get to the keep, compared to the previous one which had 17 gates, so that's 10 less gates. You could also do a variation of this where you add a gate here and here below the keep and then remove this one, so it will be 8 gates, but that's still 9 less, so 9 to 10 less gates than the previous one. It also has the disadvantage that enemy infantry can use these corner towers here in order to get into the inner square of your city and skip gates. So that could potentially render your own and your allies' mounted reinforcements to be uselessly waiting outside. So that's why I don't recommend this layout for players who have weak defenses. So if you're still using tier 2 troops on your towers, or you don't have all your platforms with machines, then I would not recommend this layout, because a stronger enemy can just rush you down even more easily than with the previous layout I've shown you. So for those players, I would recommend the first layout that I've shown you. Now the advantage of this layout is that compared to the previous one, enemy troops will stay under fire without being able to fire back for a longer period of time. So you have a longer stretch of time in which enemy troops will be fired upon and potentially killed before they can deal any real damage to your defenses. So if you have high damage, if you have strong defenses, this layout is useful to kill off invading enemy troops before they can get anywhere near to destroying important important parts of your defense. Specifically, the enemy will have to break any of these outside corner walls, and if he's coming in with infantry, for example, they are going to start climbing these corner towers and then walk along the path of the wall while getting fired at from lots of crossbowmen and machines, hopefully killing them before they can reach your defenses and deal any damage. Now, how do you recreate this layout? I'm going to start again by just moving everything out of the way. All houses in one corner. All platforms. And then all towers. It's gonna take me a moment. And right, there we go. You're going to start the exact same way as the previous layout. Gonna move a tower to be touching the corner of your keep, with the door facing towards the keep, like this. And you do that for every corner. Then the top left. Like this. And the bottom left. Like this, there we go. After this, you're gonna extend at the opposite end of your keep gate. Gonna extend the top right tower forward, like this. Add a platform there. You're gonna place the platform just far enough away so it doesn't prevent the wall from being created, like this. And then move this tower as close as one moment, like this, where it's one square closer from the edge. Can't see it very well right now because my finger's in the way. Yes, like that, where it's one square to the side from being perfectly diagonal. Hello? Connection? There we go. Alright. Then you're gonna continue. Move a tower so it would be diagonal. to the inner square. So it would create a wall here, but then rotate it in the direction towards the keep, so this wall doesn't get created. Then you add another tower here. To make your first rectangle. And then you just repeat this process all the way around. So again, move a tower so a diagonal wall will be created, then rotate it towards the keep, and move a tower to create the rectangle. Like this. Create a wall, remove it by rotating, create the rectangle, and then finish it by placing the last tower. Here as well. And again, rotate it to remove that wall. There we go. Now we have our 4 rectangles surrounding our keep. Now we can add the corners on every side. Make sure the doors are facing inside, like this. There we go. And if you have any extra towers, the most common use of it I've seen is to add them into the path like this to create an extra 2 layers of gates. Now when you're done with that, you can add the houses. I like adding them into the corners, but you can place them anywhere, as long as they're not interfering with the intended defensive purposes. There we go. Now add the platforms into the created rectangles. I've seen many different variations of this layout, but what I like to do is to add my catapult platforms so they will fire at where I'm going to place my outer gates, and then have the other platform next to it be a ballista platform, so it's also in range of firing towards where the gate is going to be. And I'm going to concentrate most of my platforms towards the main entrance. Now we are finished rearranging, and now we're going to add the correct gates. So you're going to my platform here, so I'm going to place my gate here, remove this one, then continue the path this way, add one here too, so it doesn't place them anywhere I don't want them to be. Continue the path here and here, then remove the unnecessary gate here, 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 and here. So now we have our path from the outside over these gates towards the keep, and then the keep is rotated away from that gate towards my 4 platforms. So if the enemy decides to attack from this side and break these 2 walls and this gate, he'll still be fired upon by most of my intact defenses. Now add all the gates to on the outside. So here's my catapult. So I'm gonna place the gate here. Remove this one. Place the gate here. Remove this one. And place it here. Remove this one. There we go. And the layout is done. I would make this one a ballista platform as well, but I don't have the necessary amount of ballistas to do that, so instead I've made this trebuchet platform. So if the enemy decides to attack from this side and tries breaking the wall in front of it, this trebuchet is going to destroy the enemy trebuchet. So the enemy will have to first destroy it if he wants to advance through the walls on this side. You can do that for each side as well, but that will reduce the amount of damage the enemy is going to take from your defenses, since you will have less ballista and catapults. that's it for this video. Um, there's another layout that is useful for high level players that has the same idea, but takes it a bit more to the extreme, where you'll have one front of your base with all your defenses and have the other half just be a path for the enemy to first break and or traverse to get there. That's it for now. I will see you in the next video.